Greetings YouTube, and welcome back to the Cotswold Biker channel. Thanks for joining me, and in today's video we are showcasing, unboxing and installing the Beeline Moto II navigation system. It comes beautifully boxed, and I opted for the all metal, which is, I would imagine, aluminium unit in gunmetal grey, which I hope will look good and complement both motorbikes, the Honda GB350S and the BSA Gold Star 650. Now I opted for these units, or this unit, because I felt that the larger quad lock mounted phones and any of the other devices like the Auchis and the Harper Ride units, they just didn't look right on a modern classic motorcycle. So I opted for this. I think this does look good, and you'll see later on it does look very nice and it looks more in keeping. I think it would also suit any cruiser motorcycles as well, and sports bikes for that matter, with the last thing you want when you've got your head ducked behind the screen is your phone sticking right into your face. So it does come well packaged, and you've got a little leaflet. It is actually really simple to install. You can use Android or iOS with this device, but just a note, if you use Android, there are a few caveats with that to get it to function perfectly in relation to Bluetooth. More of that later on. So in the pack you get the universal mount. You can buy these separately. I opted for a different additional mount for the BSA, not the universal mount, and it comes with what looks like a silicone rubber like foot, and that does grip the handlebar very well on both bikes actually. And it comes with O-rings. Now in that bottom section there you've got a USB-C to USB-A cable, and that's a charge cable. And you can, so with the Honda, in fact with the Honda and the BSA, with the various charge points, you could just plug it in and charge as you go. But it's got a 14-hour charge on this unit, up to 14 hours. Now I'm putting the longer O-rings back in the box, but it turns out I will actually need those for the Honda. So I've selected the smaller O-rings, which again, that was a mistake. You'll find that out later on the video. You do need the longer ones for the Honda. Now this is the mount which I've purchased for the BSA Gold Star. I opted for this because it was black, and my BSA Gold Star is a midnight black variant with a black handlebar, so I thought it would look in keeping with that. Now that's also made of what looks like sort of billet aluminium to me, and you do have to unscrew a couple of screws to gain access to pulling that apart. In the box you also get 4 washers or 4 handlebar adapters. You'll see that when you pull that out. And it turns out that I needed the thickest one, which, as you'll see later on in the video, was quite a struggle to get on the handlebar, and it clamped down. You will actually need an additional clamp to do this, and details later on. So just bear this in mind. If you buy one of these, you're going to need help actually installing it, somebody to hold it for you, or you're going to need to use a clamp. So buttons. Here we've got the Android handset, which I've already paired with the Beeline Moto II, and I've got a pre-prepared route, and I'm just going to hit the go on that. It's very easy to set up the routes as a favourite, and you'll see when I hit the go, that gets replicated straight to the Beeline. It's very, very rapid actually, and you can see it's pretty much the same graphics there. It's a very clear display. So you've got 4 buttons, which is easily used with a gloved hand: north, south, east and west. And I'm clicking on the south one at the moment, or the bottom one, and it can go through the different options. I think that's a stopwatch there. It's showing now battery power for both the Beeline and the handset, and this gives you different display settings or brightness from the right button. And then you've got the settings here. You can stop and start rides from it, and you can long hold on these buttons. If you long hold on that one that's red there, it will stop the ride, or give you the option to stop the ride. And we'll go in now, and then it presents you with a yellow tick at the bottom. You'll see the stats on your handset as well as the actual Beeline unit. Now if we click on that, you'll get an accelerometer there and the time, etc. And a long hold on that south button will give you an off option as well. All in all, they're very easy buttons to use. So carry cases. You do need a carry case for this unit, particularly if you've spent the £200 for the aluminium one, because if you drop it, it's going to get wrecked on any of the road or tarmac, pavement, whatever you might drop it onto. So I highly recommend you buy this carry case. It's £15. I'm surprised it's not supplied with it, given that it's the premium £200 unit. But there you go, it seems to be par for the course these days. You have to buy all the accessories, but it is essential. I mean, yes, you could stick it in your pocket, but on transit from your pocket from the bike, you could easily drop it. So I think probably a carry case is important. And the carabiner clip, that's really useful because you can just clip it to your jeans or something of that nature and you won't forget it. So highly recommended. Welcome to the next section of this video. So now we're going to install the Beeline Moto II to both bikes. I'm going to be using the metal mount on the BSA because I want it in the center, and we're probably going to be using the mount that comes with it, the universal mount, on the Honda, because that's probably more appropriate and it'll go over the if you like, the Honda logo. So let me show you the GB350S so far. So here we have the GB350S, and I'm going to install, I think probably here, probably in the center. Pity it covers over the logo, but I think probably it's going to be okay there with the universal mount, and I'm going to be using the small O-rings that came with it, not the large ones. And then on the BSA, this is probably going to be the best place for it here. Yes, I think probably there, I think. So we get straight to that. I'm going to do the GB first. So we get on with that. So armed with that, we're going to put these O-rings across to here and the other one across to there. So I suspect that will go nicely there, and actually it grips really well there. So that will be around there. We want it to be reasonably strong, so I think probably the shorter O-rings. Now that may not be the case, we may need the longer ones. That's quite a long way round there. So yes, actually I think I'm going to need the longer ones to get over this logo and all of that mount there. So bear with me and I will get the longer O-rings. Right, so we have the longer O-rings now. We're going to try that instead. So there and there. Yes, I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work really nicely. And then one across there as well. Oop. Let's try that side there first. That looks pretty solid. Yeah, I think that's a good place for it. So that was simple enough. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. And then the top of this device is where these two LEDs are. So it rotates like that. So there we are, there it is. So that's now almost in the centre, not quite. Now it is. So that's a very simple and quick installation of the Moto 2 from Beeline. And this is an oliphobic anti-reflective display, so that's going to be useful obviously in sunshine and sharp lights, and so that's good. And then it just simply rotates to remove it. This is quite ingenious actually. Now these are quite expensive, these Beelines. They're a couple of £100 for the metal one, which is what I've got. I wanted this gunmetal because I think it suits the bike very, very well. And it will complement the BSA as well. So we'll go to the BSA. So what we need to do is remove this screw here, which I've been using an Allen key to get rid of that. And then out that pops, revealing that screw there. Now I've already selected the right washer handlebar adapter for the BSA. So we need to slacken this off in order to open this completely up. So we get to that now. Now the Allen key comes with this. Let's have a look. This Allen key is... So the Allen key I'm using here, or hex tool, is 2.5 millimeters. There it is. That releases that. So I'm going to put this on the handlebar first, then clamp that round. I'll show you that now. Right, so I'm struggling with this. This is very, very tight. And the larger one, or the thinner one, shall we say, here, as you can see that very well, but it's too big. This one is the smaller washer and is certainly quite a struggle. So I'm just going to have a look to see if that one is a better, and that one's even worse, the thinner one. So I'm limited now with that one, and I've got to push really, really tightly to get that in really tightly. And I've had to fit that one here because if you look underneath here, you've got this mount point. for the yoke of the bike, and that would obstruct it. And actually thinking about it, it's quite close to the key anyway. So I'm going to have a go at fitting that and see if I can get it on there. I can angle it slightly towards me as well, which is going to be quite nice actually if I can. And I'll get back to you in a sec. Well, I have to say that was very difficult to get that on and required the use of one of those to very carefully clamp both sides, and then we could get that on. But I have to say that was quite tough, and it was the only one that would fit was the smallest of the washers, in which case I'm now left with those three. So yes, I mean it will fit all handlebars, but I have to say the BSA handlebar was the very tightest to fit. I mean, yeah, it fits brilliantly now, and it's solid, but yeah, it certainly needed a lot of messing about to get that on. It has to be said, it did. It's not as easy as the quad locks, but then I think personally for me, I think that looks much more fitting for the BSA. It's much more in keeping, and I don't really need a full GPS personally. And then of course on the Honda, and I think that angle's okay. I think I have to see that, see how I feel about that at the angle of that. It'd be better if it was pointing towards me more, but I mean, in which case I could put it here with the smaller O-rings. I'm gonna have to try that and see what I think. Yeah, but yeah, all in all, I'm quite impressed that certainly for one motorbike, if you've only got the one motorbike, which most people I think probably only have one motorbike, I think these are very good. Particularly for something like a sports bike or a modern classic, where you don't want it. You don't want these great big AHE units in your face, or your phone for that matter, on the handlebar. As much as that's really useful, I think for non-adventure motorcycle owners or something of that nature, this is just the job. But we're going to have a go with these, or with this, and I will give you good feedback about how I find it and whether it's an effective system going forwards. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So thank you very much indeed for joining me with this video. It's only just a short one, just to show you how the Beeline Moto II fits on both the GB and the BSA. I have to say the BSA was quite a struggle, and even if I used the smaller washer for the GB, it was just as tight, and you do need a clamp to get that on the handlebar properly. It's tough, so just to note that. Anyway, thanks very much indeed for watching this video, and indeed all my videos. Please do like, share and subscribe, and if the hype button is there, you know what to do with that. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. All the best for now. Bye for now.